So please, I want us to mute our speakers to avoid noise at the background. Okay. I want to welcome us to this call. Today is going to be a 2-in-1 meeting, please. So we're expecting some guests on the call. All right. So please mute yourself. I don't want a noise at the background because of the benefit of those who may want to watch this later. We are recording this. Okay. So as we are coming in, please let's mute ourselves to avoid distraction. That's one. Two, so that those who may watch a replay can enjoy watching the video. So I have Olawale on the call, doctor in the call. All right. Okay. Mr. Adeleke also on the call. So I'm very sorry if you have been trying to get me since morning online. I had a little challenge with my phone, so that's the reason. So, but no matter the matter, we are getting over that challenge. Okay. So please, like I said, I'm expecting some guests on the call, right? So, but if we don't have them, we'll continue our meeting. All right. So I'm waiting for other team members to join. Okay. So I want to know if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay.
We can see this.
All right, fantastic. So okay. That's good. So so while we're waiting for our guests to come in, today is Wednesday, and today we're here to review what we've been doing since the beginning of the year. All right. So I want to congratulate all of us who have been participating on the call every week. Okay. It's a sign of commitment and leadership, and I appreciate that. Now, I want every one of us who is on the call today to know that when you become part of this great company called NeoLife, you are actually called independent new life promoter, which means you are your own boss. Okay. And as our own boss, we have responsibility to lead ourselves. That is why being our own boss is a little bit dangerous. The reason is that we have the freedom to do with whatever we want with our time. And that's the challenge. We can, at the same time, not do anything because we believe we are our own boss and that nobody can hold us responsible. And so there is that challenge of excuses, procrastination, and not doing what we ought to do. You know, as an employee, come rain, come shine, we have to show up at work. Okay, that's what's going to qualify us to get paid. But as an independent NeoLife distributor, we are our own boss. All right, we're in charge of our own time, and that in itself is a trap. I call it a trap because we may end up not putting in the work for the 30 days. And the consequences of that is that we may not get paid. And that is why we need to be up and doing, and we need to review what we are doing every day. Because everything that we do will be measured by our results. And that's why I decided to add this so that every week we will sit down together and we're going to review what our challenges are, and we'll begin to see how we can work together to get results. Okay? And that is why we are here tonight. Now, today is the last Wednesday of the month of February. By implication, all right, today we have come to the end of another month, which means that out of the 90 days that we have set aside for this challenge, we have spent 60 days, almost 60 days. So I want us to measure our performance by ourselves. Now, I'm saying this because I want us to be accountable. Now, we are not employees. We are the one who is employing ourselves, and we are building a business. So building a business and being an employee, they are two different things. Okay? In Nigeria, we believe that whether our employer sells or he doesn't sell, we get paid. But when you are an entrepreneur, all right, that's not the case. You have to make sure that there's a sales for us to get paid. And that is the key and the challenge is a change of mindset. We need to change our mindset. Okay? The way we think. So an employer is always looking for results. And that's why you find out that if you have been an employee before, your boss is always at your neck to make sure that you produce results, because that is what he or she is going to be measured for at the end of the month. And that's why we have to be up and doing. We have the next 30 days. Okay? And we have a target. And that target is our direction. Is our how do I call it now? Is a kind of flag that we're working towards. All right. So it's not over or it is over. So having said that, I'm expecting some guests on call. Okay. I hope they join us soon. But while we're waiting for them, we will do this. All right. Now, you can create what I'm about to share here, okay, on your Gmail. Is a slide. Okay. If you have a Gmail, you go to your Gmail, on those icons, you will see slide. So on that slide, on the slide, you can create something like this. Okay, so tonight, I want to do a business presentation. All right. So here, you need to do this about me. I'm a trained teacher. I'm an IT instructor and also a digital marketer. I can also call myself a social media manager, because part of the things I'm doing is I'm creating a social, managing an account for people, also myself. And I can also say I'm an entrepreneur because I'm my own boss. All right. So my name is Oluwabumi Alabi, and I want to welcome us to this call. All right. Now, my goal tonight is to show us some things, how you can get started making money with NeoLife from anywhere around the world, and how to promote NeoLife online. So that is the goal. All right. So now when we look at this ESBI, is on the premise of a book called Cash Flow Quadrant, written by Robert Kiyosaki. So we have 4 eras. Okay. Let me start by saying there are questions that we need to ask ourselves. Question number 1 is how and why. How is it that just few handful people in our society are rich? And why is it that a lot of people are struggling financially? All right. Now, is it that the rich, they are more privileged than those who are struggling financially? No. Somebody will say it's because they are privileged. They come from a very rich family. It's because they are born with silver spoon in their mouth. Okay. But we have seen around the world people who are actually from a poor background, but yet they ended up being billionaires and trillionaires in our society. What is the difference? Now, the rich, they work. The poor, they also work. The rich, they work smart. The poor, they work hard. The rich, they leverage, while the poor, they work alone. All right? The rich, they build a team of people. All right? Why the poor, all right, they don't have a team. They even hate working with people. So to say, they hate working. If you ask them to work with people, they hate it. Okay. Now, number 2, you discover that Robert Kiyosaki said there are eras. Okay. Number 1 era is that you have agricultural era. We have industrial era. We have education era. And then we have information era. Agricultural era, back in the days, that's the way they became rich in those days. But things changed. And then we moved industrial era. People started coming to town. They have a job. They have a car. They have a house. They are okay, but they're not rich. If you check the number of the list of the richest people in the world, you can never find an employee. And then number 3, all right, we have what they call education era. So we were told to go to school, get a good grade, get a good job with security. And that's what all of us have been doing. All right. But we now discover that today, even with education, graduates are being insulted by giving them salary that is not what they are worth. It's not their potential. Okay. It's not their worth. Okay. I know graduates in Nigeria who are collecting 15,000 or 20,000 naira. All right. Why? Because there are a lot of graduates who are looking for that same job and they can decide to give them anything they like. And people say, our bread is better than not. So they take those things. But time has changed. All right. We are in the information era. So if you're not informed, you'll be deformed. But if you're informed, you'll be transformed. So that's the beauty of what we are now. All of us, we are connected from all over the place around the world because of technology. All right, that's the information. And Robert Kiyosaki wrote a book called Cash Flow Quadrant. In that book, he came up with a financial law. He said there are 2 financial laws. Okay, there's law of poverty and law of wealth. And based on that is why you see this diagram here. Okay, you see employees. Okay, you have a job. All right, here as an employee, you work hard, you have no time, you have no security, and then you suffer from 3 R's. The first R is resignation, retrenchment, and then retirement. If you don't like the job, you resign. If the employer said they cannot afford to pay salary again, they ask you to go and stay at home for a while, and when things get better, they call you back. But that doesn't happen. If an employee escaped the first 2, the third one cannot be escaped. That's retirement. And that's what everyone work for, all right? So let's say, for instance, somebody graduated at 29, finished service at 30, and he was fortunate to get a job, all right? By the time the person worked for 35 years or 30 years, the person will be asked to retire. And at that point in time, that person will be 60 or 65 years old. And let's say the person still has responsibilities, like most people. My father, for instance, retired, he still has responsibility. So he cannot go and say he's tired. No. So he come back down, okay, and become a self-employed. A self-employed use whatever he gets from his retirement to become his own a job, all right? Because without his presence, that job cannot be executed. So he's self-employed. That in Nigeria now, majority of what people do is they open a shop, become a consultant, an office, okay, or sell food stuff. All right. So, but that shop has a meaning, okay, and that meaning is very severe if we think deeply. It says, sit here, operating poverty, because the income from that shop is from one source, which is customer or client. Okay, but in that shop, you pay house rent, you pay shop rent, you all right, you pay house rent, you pay shop rent, you pay school fees, you feed medical bills, PHCN, generator, fueling, transportation, miscellaneous, name it. But money comes from one source. All right, it's called that the load that the shop is carrying. After a while, it's called that the shop becomes scanty. Okay, sometimes they come to even to the shop, they don't sell, but they will have to eat. So I was running a program like this somewhere in my hometown, and a woman was asking me, so how do I undo my husband that asked me, you have soap in the shop, go and use it. They use soap, they use key soap, toothpaste. Okay, at the end of the day, it does not pay. And then the shop goes down. How does she handle that? You can see this is practical terms that happens. So, but those are the things that people face on a daily basis. All right. And then we attribute it to ancestral causes or witches and wizards. You see this employee and self-employed, if you don't come to work on daily basis, they can't make money. Okay, they can't get paid. And that is why Robert Kiseki said they are operating low poverty, because they are working alone. All right. So when we come to this side, you have a business owner. Okay. This business owner, he owns a system. Okay. What's the system? He said, save yourself time, energy, and money. He's the one that created a system that employs these people here as an employee or self-employed or consultant or contractors working for them. Okay. Here. So this guy has a system. He's paying these people are working for them. So if this guy makes money now, he comes back here and become an investor. And you hear that you use money to find money. Okay. So money works for people, for investors. So these people, when they have money, what do they do? They buy more systems. They put their money back into the hand of business owners to buy more systems. Okay. To create a system where people work for them. All right. So these guys now, because people are working for them, they are operating low poverty. Why? Because if these people travel for 1 month, 2 months, they'll be making money. Why? Because they have people working for them. Why these people here, they put time and energy to make money. These people, they put time and energy to make money. But these guys, they put time and energy to make money. All right. And that's the only thing they have. These people here, they put time and energy to make money, but they have people working for them. And because they have people working for them, that's why they're operating law of weight. So these guys here, they are operating law of poverty because they are working alone. Why here? They're operating law of weight because they have people working for them. So the question I want to ask our guests, okay, who are in our midst tonight is, if you have time and energy to make money, these people here, they're using time and energy to make money. This people here, they are using time and energy to make money. So with what I've explained to you tonight, if you want to use time and energy to make money, where do you think is best for you to put your time and energy? Is it on this side or on this side? Okay, let's type in the chat box. Those are also our guests. Okay, I want to hear our response. Okay, here, the employer and self-employed, they put time and energy to make money. The business owner and investor, they put time and energy to make money. So we want to have explained now, if you want to use your time and energy to make money, where do you think is best for you to use your time and energy? Is it on this side or on this side? So, hello? So I want to see our charts. Kindly type on the chat. I think I have okay, let me see. Okay, I have I also have Samuel on the call. Okay. based off the call, right? So let me continue. So if you have your time and energy to make money, where do you think you need to put it? Okay. So if you want to, these people here who are working hard, they want to be rich. That's why they are here. All right. They want to be like these people. So let me show you something. For you to move from the E and the S, for you to move from this place, from the E and the S to this side, you require factors. And these are the factors. Okay. You have to have a big dream. You have to have huge capital, like 100 million plus. You have to have a company that is globally recognized in your own name. You have to have product and services that is essential for everybody every day, meaning that anywhere around the world, you can buy your products. Then number 5, you have to be working 1,000 hours per day. Okay. How can you work 1,000 hours per day? It's by saying, for instance, you have 150 staff on your payroll. Okay. And then they give you 8 hours.
The left one. I'm sorry, did I say the left? Because she said it's left.
They give you 8 hours every day. If you multiply 150 by 8 hours, you have 1,200 hours. So that's how you get to your 1,000 hours per day. Okay. And that's how the rich become richer every day. Okay. Then you have what they call CAC. Okay. Corporate Area Commissions. So in US, they call it LLC. Okay. So that would be like 5 million naira share capital. So you have, say, for instance, one share is maybe $1 or a cent. All right. So in number 7, you have a team of people that you're working with or working for you. All right. And then number 8, you have a franchise. A franchise is between 30 to 50 million naira or above. Somebody bought a franchise of Mr. Biggs in Oshodi, 75 million naira. Okay. How many people can afford to buy that kind of franchise? So franchise is a right that is given to an individual to use the name of an already existing company to make money. So example of franchise is Mr. Biggs, Just Right, okay, Tantalizer, okay, ShopRite is a South African company. All right. So those are like service stations, like mobile filling station, like AP, like MRS. Those are franchise. And then number 9, we have multi-level marketing industry. And that multi-level marketing industry before used to be 32,000 naira, but now is 50,000 naira or 75,000 naira. Okay. In US, for instance, it's $75. Okay. So now these are the 9 factors. So let's say we go through over this. If you have a big dream, you need to tick it, you have a big dream. So now, do you have huge capital like 100 million? If not, you cancel it. Do you have a company that's globally recognized in your name? If not, you cancel it. Do you have a product or service that you are selling anywhere around the world that they can buy and you can get paid on a daily basis? If not, you cancel it. Right now, are you working 1,000 hours per day? Excuse me. Meaning that do you have people on your on your staff payroll that you're paying salary to? If not, you cancel it. Okay. Can you afford to register a company anywhere around the world for 5 million naira today? If not, you cancel it. Number 7, do you have team of people, okay, that are working for you on your system? If not, you cancel it. Can you afford to buy a franchise of between 30 to 50 million naira or above today? If not, you cancel it. So let's look at multi-level marketing industry. 50,000 naira, so 12,000 naira. Now, let's say since you've been working, you've been able to save or earn that amount of money. In 90 days at least, you can figure out how you can raise this money. So we hypothetically assume that you can get that money. So between these 9, you have a big dream and you have this amount of money. All right. That means you have 2/9. So in school, they will ask us for what they call report card. That's how they know we are intelligent. But when we are out of school, how they will know how we are smart.
Yeah.
Okay, is by our bank balance. Okay, that's why the because said that what they will ask you is your bank balance. So if somebody scored 2/9 in a test, can we say that that person is intelligent? Of course, no. So it means that if this is our bank balance, it means that our bank balance is not healthy. All right, that's what it means. So that is going to take us to the next one, the next slide. So the business model, all right. NeoLife is a business model, all right. And you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So NeoLife has 3 lines of products. You have healthcare products, skin and beauty products, and then home care. You have product lines, all right. You have a website that will be given to you, all right. And then you have an app. We're back with IT, all right. And then you have logistics, deliveries. You have startup kits. You have lifestyle magazine, and this is you. So you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. All right. So now here, once you sign up and get a franchise, you will get all of this anywhere around the world. Okay. So there's an e-commerce website that's given to you. This is it. So let me show you what my e-commerce looks like. All right. So okay. Okay, this is has to reload. So let me show you what my own website looks like. And every other person that, okay, and every other person that has okay, I will admit this new person soon. So let's get to this. Just give me a moment. And please, if the time expires, let's just use the link to reconnect. Okay. So you have an e-commerce website in your name that looks like this, has all the products on this. Okay. So let's move to the next one. So you have a mobile hub here that looks like this. So you can actually manage your website while on the move. You don't have to be on your laptop. Okay. So you can do that from your mobile device. Okay. And then what you will learn, okay, when you come for the preview, all right, is social media marketing, how to promote your life online, blogging, video marketing, and paid advertisement. Okay. And then what you will get, you will own additional startup, business education, mobile app, excuse me, a website. Then you will have extensive training. You can work part-time or full-time. And then you are going to have leadership training. All right. And then we show you. So please, we have like 5 minutes to run out of this free Zoom that we're using. So once it's off, just use the same link to reconnect. How we get it? Okay. You can see on the screen that time is running out. So once the time is off, please use the same link to reconnect. And if it doesn't, maybe it will give us like, say, after 5 or 10 minutes. So let's just stay online and reconnect, please. Okay. So you have leadership training and then making profits while you are still learning. Okay. So we also have how to get started. Now you have 2 options. You can pick a training kit bag or a profitability kit bag. Okay. This is 50,000 naira in Nigeria. Why this is 75,000 naira? Okay. In other markets, we are going to check what the current price is in those markets. Okay. All right. So now this is my Facebook page. is called Food is Messy Niger. Okay, if you see this, is my page on Facebook where I promote NeoLife. All right, and I drop some health tips for people to watch on Facebook. You can also, we're going to show you how to do that. All right. Then my Instagram account is also called Food is Messy Niger. All right. And then on that page too, I used to promote NeoLife. All right. So I also have a YouTube channel. All right. For instance, now this video will be uploaded by tomorrow or next on YouTube for a replay. So we'll show you how to create your own YouTube account, okay, from your Gmail. All right. So those are the things that you will get when you join this team. All right. So this is my A to Z, my own. You can see here. This is what winning channel. Can we see this? Can we see this? All right. So this is Winning Channel Resources Limited, and these are the products on my own website. So let me show you something that's going to happen. You see this place, you see Nigeria. All right. So if I click here, okay, I can change this to Cameroon, and then I will submit. All right. Once I submit, you will discover that this market will change to Cameroon, and you will see that the products will be in CFAs. Yeah, you can see now. You can see. So these are the products that are available in Cameroon. I can decide to change this to Ghana. Okay. So this is Ghana market. Then if I submit this here, you're going to see that it's going to change to cities. I've sold product in Ghana while still in Nigeria. I've sold products in Chad while still in Nigeria. Okay. Just by switching the market like this. Okay. So if you're in Canada, for instance, somebody who is in Canada, okay, can also switch. If I come to this side, okay, and click here, you can see Australia, you can see Benin, Botswana, Bosnia Herzegovina, you can see Botswana, you can see Canada, you can see Croatia, Estiwatini. So, and you can also connect to UK and Europe, all right? Tanzania, all of these things, more than 60 countries or 100 countries where you can actually sell your product online, okay? So these are the benefits of what you get when you actually, join NeoLife. So that is the presentation today. If you have any question, all right, just feel free to chat me or connect to the person that invited you for this presentation so that we can take it up from there. Okay. So that is how you can become part of NeoLife. Okay. If you become part of NeoLife anywhere around the world, you will not be complaining of you don't have a job. Okay. Because you already have a business that you can run online seamlessly anywhere around the world. And what does it take? Just talking to people like this. Okay. So that is what we can do just by putting this thing together. Okay. And we can also begin to create our presence online. And that is a power that NeoLife has released onto us. I want to appreciate everyone for coming on the call tonight. So if you have any question, please drop it on the chat and then I will attend to it. So like I said, if the line or the time is up, 40 minutes is up, please, after some time, you can reconnect if you have any question. Dr. Ife, are your guests on call? Can you unmute yourself? Okay. I saw one in Phoenix. Who is this in Phoenix? Is the person your guest? Doctor.
Samuel is on call.
Okay. Is the only one? What about the other person?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure of the second person yet.
Okay. Is Samuel the okay? So let's see. So please, the person with Infinix, can you unmute yourself and let if you have any question. Infinix. Okay. Who is this person with Infinix? Okay, so this is not the same thing as affiliate marketing. No, this is not the same thing as affiliate marketing, please. Okay. In affiliate marketing, you just collect commission. You don't build a team. But this is building a business, building your own team. In affiliate marketing, once you sell the product, they just pay you commission and you go. But in NeoLife, is much more than that. Okay. Is there another question, please? All right, I have some people. All right, so Mr. Samuel, welcome on call. Please, can you unmute yourself and let me know if you have any question? Mr. Samuel, can you hear me? Okay. So that's no problem. So please, if you have any question, just get back to the person that invited you, and then we can get to answer any of your question. And by the way, let me say this, that for those of us who have not visited the company, we're not the company. So we will take you to the company on Tuesdays, on Thursdays, and Fridays. Okay. If you are based in Nigeria. But if you're outside the country, we'll find a way to connect you to the company, and you can get to order your products seamlessly. It's only in Nigeria that you need to touch the product. Outside the country, it will be delivered to your customers. So you don't need to bother yourself. Okay, so, but for those of us who are in Nigeria, because of Jumia and Konga, all right, so it's paid on delivery. You may have to, do that. So please, I want to appreciate us for coming on call. For those of us who already are partners, let's work on our